all in one place, the books we've reviewed this week. Click on a link to take you to our review, or to purchase it on iBooks or Amazon. Arrivals. Barbara Ehrenreich, author of Natural Causes, Stephen Voss, 12 Token, maker of Middle-earth, Catherine McIlwaine. This splendid book is published by the University of Oxford's Bodleian Library to commemorate its current Tolkien exhibition. The Bodleian is the keeper of the Tolkien archive, and a number of its treasures are reproduced in this impressive oversized volume, including essays, photographs, artwork. The painting on the cover is Tolkien's 1937 depiction of Bilbo at the huts of the Raft Elves, and letters from his many admirers, from Joni Mitchell to Iris Murdoch. Read the Stars review here. Article continued below. Buy it on Amazon here. The Dragon, Fear and Power. Martin Arnold has set himself a vast topic for scrutiny. Every culture across the millennia has conjured up fantastical fire-spewing raptors, perhaps as a projection of all that humankind most fears. This social history of dragons begins in the mythologies and legends that have come to us throughout recorded history and ends in the present day, with the Game of Thrones Daenerys and her aggressive brood. Read the Stars review here. Buy it on Amazon here. Fairies, A Dangerous History. Richard Sugg, author of Mummies, Cannibals and Vampires, wants to disabuse you of any nonsense you may harbor about fairies being small, whimsical and affectionate. The fact is, for much of recorded history they were regarded as dangerous and malicious. Sugg writes well, and amusingly, about the evolution of fairies from terror to Tinker Bell. Article continued below. Read the Stars review here. Buy it on Amazon here. Buy it on iBooks here. Alice Unbound, Beyond Wonderland, edited by Colleen Anderson. Editor Colleen Anderson makes it clear at the outset that, while each of the 22 stories in this new anthology are inspired by Lewis Carroll and his imaginative forays into Wonderland, she was looking for new approaches set in modern or futuristic times rather than tired rehashings of familiar stories. The authors she has assembled have good credentials for such a project. Most are Canadian writers of speculative fiction or poetry, or video games, or even body painters, conjuring entirely new understandings of Slithy Toves, the Hatter, the Crimson Queen and other denizens from the worlds inside their heads. Read the Stars review here. Buy it on Amazon here. Buy it on iBooks here. Beasts at Bedtime, revealing the environmental wisdom in children's literature. Liam Hennihan. We all know that nature plays a central role in many children's classics. Liam Hennigan is both a father and an environmental scientist at Chicago's DePaul University. He wrote this book to help parents excavate the green content from bedtime reading. Beasts at Bedtime is proof that most kidlit has teachable moments embedded in it, though Hennigan says he's on the fence about the Captain Underpants oeuvre. Read the Stars review here. Buy it on Amazon here. Buy it on iBooks here. Reviews. The Shepherd's Hut. Tim Winton and 15-year-old Jackson Clacton finds his father dead in the opening pages of Australian writer Tim Winton's new novel The Shepherd's Hut. He can't believe his eyes. Jaxie, whose mother died years earlier, knows no one will believe he didn't kill his father. Everyone in town turned a blind eye to the old wankbag's abuses. The police captain was his drinking buddy, and Jaxie has a reputation for violence himself. The book is a thrilling and thought-provoking novel, rooted in both the internal and physical worlds, in the perils of the present and the weight of history. Read the Stars review here. Buy it on Amazon here. Natural Causes. Barbara Ehrenreich. Barbara Ehrenreich has turned her attention to the inevitability and randomness of death after writing Dancing in the Streets, a book about the expression of collective joy. Most of Natural Causes is taken up with a discussion of these matters, and how wrong-headed it is to think of our bodies as holistic systems whose malfunctioning can be cured with better programming or technology. If that sounds a little vague and even whimsical, it is at least optimistic and represents a death that I think most of us could live with. Read the Stars review here. Buy it on Amazon here. Buy it on iBooks here. Tango Lessons, Megan Flaherty and Megan Flaherty's Tango Lessons. Tango plays a role similar to that of the fancy restaurant in Stephanie Danler's Sweet Bitter, the hit novel that recently became a Starz series. Here, Tango Class is the setting for a young woman's coming of age in New York City, the school where she will study not just the techniques and traditions of the dance but also culture, history, philosophy, gender roles, sex and, of course, her own psyche. Read the Starz review here. Buy it on Amazon here. Buy it on iBooks here. And Then We Danced, Henry Alford. Although the chapters of And Then We Danced don't seem to have been written on journalistic assignment, they nevertheless feel like a series of magazine articles. The finest works of immersion journalism, George Plimpton's Paper Lion, Ted Conover's New Jack, have a narrative drive that is missing here. Yet Alford's jaunty repertorial style makes the meandering journey perfectly pleasant. From his participation in a Twyla Tharp community dance piece in a public park to his breakout role in a 4-minute art film about contact improv, he wholeheartedly illustrates the wisdom that shimmers at the heart of his book, Hobbies Are Hope. Read the Starz review here. Buy it on Amazon here. Buy it on iBooks here. Small print. The Honeybee, Kirsten Hall, illustrated by Isabel Arsenault, gives kids a quick, poetic introduction to bees' ways and work, from the swooping bee that first sips at a flower to those in the hive that give nectar, a chemical shakeup, turning it into honey. Hall's verse seems to flit and swoop like a bee itself, with varied rhythms and rhymes, clapping, flapping and lapping, perching and searching, shake-up e.g. lightness and pleasure. This is a work of luminous, comic play and celebration, with Arsenault's sunny, expansive illustrations radiant with gold and yellow, pink and blue, and the dark, stylish lines of the honeybee's stripes. Read the Starz review here. Buy it on Amazon here. Buy it on iBooks here. The Mushroom Fan Club, written and illustrated by Elise Gravel. Gravel's wonderfully nutty humor and self-confessed obsession with bizarre creatures is evident throughout this unorthodox, informative nature book. An introduction to mushrooms may sound dull, but Gravel can make anything exciting and weird. It's really her descriptive take on her subject that will have kids heading for the woods. They look like aliens from outer space, she says. One kind has little folds like an old person's wrinkles, one looks like an alien's brain, another explodes, poof, like a great fart. Read the Starz review here. Buy it on Amazon here. House of Dreams, The Life of L.M. Montgomery, Liz Rosenberg, with drawings by Julie Morstad. In this balanced, intelligent biography, Rosenberg invites us into the unromantic, difficult realm of Montgomery's real life, as a writer, a woman of her time and place, a child, wife, mother and friend. Virtually orphaned as a baby, committed to caring for her grandmother until well into adulthood, subject to depression yet fizzing with the natural beauty of her surroundings, Rosenberg shows with sensitivity the checkered history and heart-hungry longing behind Montgomery and her beloved, popular works of fiction. Read the Starz review here. Buy it on Amazon here. Learning to Breathe, Janice Lynn Mather. This novel dovetails chillingly with the sent from her tiny island home in the Bahamas to finish high school in Nassau, Indy has to room with her aunt and uncle. But her grown-up cousin Gary acts like Indy is there for the taking, and he takes her. Raped night after night, Indy becomes pregnant. Desperate for a place to go, she lights upon a yoga retreat that gives her a little respite, a place where people are actually friendly, and learning to breathe might help her find a way through her loneliness. First-time author Mather evokes sea, air and land vividly. Even more potently she depicts Indy's loneliness and isolation within a terrifying predicament. Read the Starz review here. Buy it on Amazon here. Buy it on iBooks here.